Welcome to another edition of Coffee Time with the Pastor. We sure enjoyed Trent's drum beat, Trent's song, Trent's props last week. Here I come with a very basic background today. I don't even have a coffee cup. I wanted to share a few thoughts with you as you go into this week, continuing that theme we talked about on Sunday and then moving into what I think God might be calling us to. Let me just read to you from Psalm 34. It's one of my favorite Psalms. Psalm 34, verse 7 says this: "The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him, and he delivers them." And this is my favorite verse: "Taste and see the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in him." Verse 9 says, "Fear the Lord, you his holy people, for those who fear him lack nothing." May that be kind of the motivation as we walk into these next few weeks, that as the Lord encamps us, as the Lord protects us, we have nothing to fear. And we need to keep remembering, just like we have certain taste buds in our life around our favorite chocolate bar, we know what it tastes like. In the same way, I believe that we can have that same taste with God. I hope you're finding a rhythm. One of the things in my life that I'm starting to work through is to have a consistent rhythm for my day. These times are not like any other times that we've been a part of. We've suddenly had days feel like they've blended together. It's a hard time even knowing when the weekend comes on us. So I want to encourage you to create a rhythm that can continue when we come out of these coronavirus times. I want to encourage you in that rhythm to have a few pieces attached to it. So one of those pieces is, I want you to worry about your spiritual well-being. Kind of do a check, just like you do when you drive your car. What's the gas like? What's the temperature gauge look like? Just basic things. And so I want you in your mind to create something that you can evaluate yourself from a spiritual standpoint. That's the first thing. Then I want you to do a check on your relationships. How's your family doing? How's your extended family doing? How are your immediate friends doing? I think it's really important for us that when God brings someone into our mind during this season, we need to reach out for them. That's God's way of just prompting us to partner with him in what he's doing. The third thing that I want you to wrestle through, and I think this is a good season for us, is your vocational calling. Like, no job is worth the paycheck. And I want you to find passion and joy and fulfillment. I believe one of the ways that we have a testimony to the world is actually in how hard we work and the joy that we have in work. So we've talked about our spiritual checkpoint. We've talked about our relational checkpoint. We've talked about our vocational checkpoint. And then I want you to, at the end of the day, evaluate your emotional checkpoint. We've heard from many of you who are going, I'm struggling in this season. Matt, I'm feeling overwhelmed in this season. And so I want to encourage you that at the end of every night, we need to do an emotional check just to see where we are. I'm concerned that many of us are running on empty. And those four simple things can actually allow us to check into our lives and actually lead and walk in a healthy way. There's one more thing that I want to encourage you with. In your life, most of the people that you have beyond your family are neutral people. But you know there's people in your life that are very refueling to you. That when you spend 20 minutes with them, you feel like you've got an extra boost of energy. This week, I want to encourage you to connect with one of those people. Now, that might not be a physical person. It might be your favorite author. It might even be your favorite activity. I need to go for a walk out in Carburn Park so that I can feel disconnected from the realities of living in a big city or being stuck in my home. I want you to find something this week that refuels you, because I really believe that refueling us can really recenter our life back to the person that God's created us to be. Please know that Pastor Trent and myself are praying for you. We love this journey that God is taking us on. We actually believe that God is creating momentum within us as a church and pushing us into what God's calling us into the future. Until we get to meet again, thank you. We love you. We care deeply for you. God bless.